we have some Hollywood news to get into. So, indie filmmakers are starting to use AI to very inexpensively make films. We'll cover this more in the future as we have some good case studies. Right now, it's all in the kind of film competition world, and it hasn't gotten to full length videos yet. But I'm expecting kind of the barbarians are at the gates for filmmaking, where as the cost comes down, we're gonna have suddenly a lot more options than just Hollywood. But the big news in Hollywood, which broke I think this morning, is that Netflix won the Warner Brothers auction. So it's been an open secret that Warner Brothers is up for sale. And companies been throwing around numbers that boggle the human imagination. And Netflix won, as a lot of people were predicting they were going to win because they had the most money. And they won with an offer of $72 billion.
It was 82, actually, at least from the sources I saw. $82.5 billion.
Yeah. So some of it is a stock trade and some of it is debt assumption. So how you calculate the numbers is not exactly, so it's not, they're not giving 72 or 82 billion dollars in cash. It's a stock exchange kind of merger, and it's not for the whole company. So they're not getting Warner Brothers Live. So they're not getting CNN. What is it? Which companies are they not getting? So the cable networks are going to get spun off into a separate company.
Right.
And this has to get approved by the regulatory agencies in the government. So it may not go through it all. But we'll see. I suspect that it'll get approved, or some form of it is going to get approved. What this means for fans is that Harry Potter, Batman, Game of Thrones, all the HBO films, and the entire DC library are all going to get run by Netflix, which sounds bad, but if you don't like woke stuff, HBO was already the most woke film company, or other than like A2 and kind of the niche ones. And Netflix is just as woke as HBO. So it's not really a change. The big drama was over Disney, which historically was the most conservative of the Hollywood companies. And when it went woke, its viewership was more conservative, and they got very unhappy about it. Right. Conservative viewers. But HBO has always been this way. If you've watched DC, I don't think much is going to change. I don't know how much we need to cover this story.
Well, DC died, right? So DC died after Justice League. And then it kind of revived a little bit with Zack Snyder's Justice League. We'll probably see a return to that kind of storytelling because that dovetails in really well with what Netflix has been doing. Netflix's best properties on its original content have been The Witcher and Stranger Things. And so DC kind of runs in line with what they've already been doing anyway. So it will probably stay more in line with that kind of stuff. Conglomerating all of it, it just makes Netflix a way better subscription for viewers because now they're going to get access to, the DC library isn't just the movies, it's the cartoons, it's all the animated films that were made. So I know a large segment of at least the comic book world is going to shift over to Netflix rather than maintaining a Hulu or a Disney subscription now, just because of this.
So they're not getting CNN, Discovery Channel, TNT, HGTV, Animal Planet, Food Network, TLC. There's a Cartoon Network. All of those are going to get spun off as its own separate standalone company, right? Which would be very interesting. What will happen? With that
we'll keep tracking to see what happens.
Yeah.
There's already people screaming against it, so we'll see if it even gets through the regulatory battles.